Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother HWY coming to you again with another camp. Alright, and this one is from the rest stop here in Arizona. This is right outside of Phoenix. So, you know, I'm doing some moves, and I thought I would actually put this on the, you know, get my camp in, you know, while, because I've been driving down for the last 2 days, and so pull over to get this camp in. You know, we have to still do the work. You know, even though you're busy with those personal things that's going there, this ministry comes first. And so at all times when you have that opportunity, you get out there and do that ministry. Now today I'm going to go into a couple of different things here, mainly against Esau, talk about Jake, okay, and also us men who are serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. Okay, but before we get started, I'd like to turn to the east, which is this way, and give all glory and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Also to you brothers out there that put on the truth faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And also to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. So let's start off with our first, this is the first book right here. So this is the book of 1 Peter 5, and starting with verse 8. And it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, who we know as Esau, the Edomite, okay, the so-called white man, okay, as a roaring lion walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Now, interesting enough, last night I was driving and I haven't slept actually, and what is it today? Sunday? I haven't slept since Friday. And you know, been kind of down in those those diet rock stars, you know, and coffee, and you know, doing this move. And so right around, I think it was around 1 o'clock in the morning, I was driving through what is known as Parker, Arizona. And on a highway, there was about 25 of these police cars, these interceptors, and they had it set up in a way that they was doing some type of like where cars would have to go through, and they're getting some type of like reading. I mean, this is what I saw last night, reading, and you know, they checking the people out like that. Now, this wasn't live; it looked like it was a simulation, and so only Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai knows exactly what these people are planning. But this was a very interesting thing here, because this actually reminds me of what came out in the news about this multi-agency exercise that they've been conducting in Texas, you know, that had to do with biological weaponry or being used here in Great Babylon, America. And, you know, I think Dabu 7 actually brought it out. So there's a lot of things that's going on behind the scene here. So I wasn't able to film it, because they had a lot of security around the area on the road directing the traffic. But this was what's going on, like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I saw this and I was like, wow, okay. So we know that this devil, okay, he's planning something big here for us, and that's why we have to be vigilant. Okay, let's go into the book of Proverbs. Okay, so you have a lot of the watchmen out here, you know, the elder teachers and apostles of Great Millstone, likewise brothers, okay, bringing out this truth to those who coming into the truth new, and those who already are obviously veterans, you know, of this truth, even at the level of actually teaching this truth out to people. So this is the book of Proverbs 18, starting verse 9. It says, now this is talking about the slothful man, and you know, I know a lot of you probably saw the video that was put out by the elder apostle Tahar, who was really chastised and very angry, and rightfully so, members of Great Millstone who are not putting the work in, okay? And rightfully so, you know, these were the slothful men who are not doing the work, okay? Esau, the people, they're doing the work. The devil is doing the damn work. I just read that scripture to you in 1 Peter, okay? And it said, this says, he also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster, okay? These waste of time, you know, sometimes in the truth, other times out in the world, you know, brothers out there. And it says, the name of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is a strong tower. The righteous running into it and it's safe. That's what we're doing, running into it. We're not concerned about, you know, what's happening next in Babylon as far as economic, you know, crisis or all this other stuff. And that's good news to us when this place falls down and tumble and wipe the smile off these people's face. And it says, the rich man's wealth is a strong city and as a high wall in its own conceit. Okay? Before destruction of man, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. Okay, so you know this man right now, okay, and all of these people, okay, even down to the lowest level Edomite, and these are the dogs that are here in Great Babylon, okay, because they have a little bit of money, okay, they have this contention, this pride that goes along with it like that. I mean, like I said, you drive around any city, in every city here in Great Babylon, America, and who at the bottom you see, you know, with demons on them, you know, drug out, I mean, just gone. And it's Jake, it's always a so-called Negro, man, you know, male and female, okay? So people have gotten used to seeing us like that to the point where it doesn't matter to them. It's only going to matter to them when these curses are now on them, which is about to come now, the start of this judgment. And this is before they go into that slavery, okay? Where this devil, you know, who's working for Yahweh HWY over on the left side, is going to bring great wrath on this place to get his new world order up and to try to retain his rulership of this earth. Okay, so let's continue here. Okay, so we're supposed to be doing the work here. Okay, you're not supposed to be taking time off, you know, and especially if you're GMS, man, you know, and likewise brothers, okay, because we all basically interviewing, okay, we all you know, trying to get our position on that chariot, and also find favor in Yahweh HWY to get that crown ultimately. Okay, so you're not doing the work for a man, you're doing it for to establish your salvation also, but you're doing it for the work of our King, Yahweh Shai, okay? He didn't waste time when he was here on the earth, okay? He went about his Father's business and forsake everything else. This is 1 Peter 4, starting with verse 12, okay? Because if the work is so hard to the fact that you feel like you're suffering, well, okay, you know, hey, there's a lot of tribulation going on in a lot of our brothers' life, okay? Many of us walked away from very high-paying job because we refused to bow down to that mandate. I can speak personally for myself. Many of us, okay, you do constant sacrifice and a whole lot of different things, okay? So, yeah, okay, you would not be slothful for Esau. That is for sure. So why in hell would you be slothful for doggone Yahweh Shai? All right? Who's our king? And it says, this is 1 Peter 4, and it's down verse 12, it says, Beloved, I think it is not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice in so much as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shai's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. So see, he went through this suffering because why? Yahweh Shai was on the end prize, which was what? He was gonna be given rulership and authority from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, okay? By Hashem Yahweh Shai, authority of the entire universe, okay? This is an inheritance which he's going to be sharing with us. So he had his eyes on the prize, and it's the same thing with us. And it says, but rejoice in so much as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shai's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy, if ye be reproached by the name of Yahweh Shai or Mashiach. Happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of God rested upon you, and on their part is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, and as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other man's matters, okay? So we're not supposed to be like these little gossip, simple jakes them. We're not supposed to be out there, you know, doing what Esau has somehow manipulated, you know, the two-thirds to do, okay? Dress like how he wants you to dress, accept what he wants you to accept. He wants you to accept the LGBTQ, you know, he wants you to, you know, dress a certain way, you know, for their amusement. You know, they want to walk by and, you know, slap you on the ass and stuff and think that's cool and stuff like that. You know, and all these other different things. They want you to accept the deviations and abominations of society. We are not supposed to be like that, okay? All right? Our walk in life is always going to be spiritual. Because why? We working for the ultimate king here, okay, as servants, okay? That means you're going to put away all that pettiness, okay? You're going to put away that fear, okay? The men of the Lord are not fearful. We don't give two craps, right? We don't give two craps. We're going to set up camera spot and talk well we can, okay? Let's go continue here, and it says, Yet, if any man suffers a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God, the power, on this behalf. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the power, God. And if it first began at us, what shall be of them that obey not the gospel of the power, God? Okay, so what do you think is going to happen to people who won't even obey the commandments, who don't even obey the gospel, who don't understand, like, look, we have to follow the dietary plan here, you know, to the best of our ability, which means what? You might have to take an extra 30 or 40 minutes, you know, reading those labels, man, because Esau slipped those things aside there. Now people wonder why we have so much these health issues when these other nations, they don't have that. Why are women so obese? Why are men so obese? Why are we having all these chronic, you know, heart attacks and all these other things like that? Why? Okay? Because you don't even do the most simplest things. And it says, and if the righteous gets, it says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God, which is Israel. Okay? And if it first began with us, what shall it be of them that obey not the gospel of God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall ungodly and the sinner appear? I mean, you really won't even ponder on that, because when you think about that, if we who are putting the work in, if we who have a fear for Yahweh HWY, okay, if we who are going out there and trying to warn the sheep, you know, the sheep to try to find the lost sheep of Israel, trying to warn the 2/3 are there, and all the other people that are standing by watching, and you know, they might hear, hey, of the great judgment that's going to come to this wicked place here. If we're doing all of that, which is pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Mashiach, who is going to, and it says scarcely be saved, then what about the people who are doing absolutely nothing? What do you think is going to happen to them? And that's a thought to think about. That is pretty scary when you think about that. That is very, very, very scary. Okay, this is the book of Luke here. Okay, and this talks about really why we prophesy. This is Luke 12, starting verse 37, and it says, "Blessed are those servants." Who are the servants? The servants are us. We are the servants of Yahweh and Mashiach. Okay, whom the Lord, when He cometh, shall find watching. That's why we are constantly. We have to be watching. That's the reason why the elder, you know, was so angry. We are supposed to be watching. We are supposed to be at that post watching. Why? I read to you in the first one that Esau is lurking around like a lion, right, like a prey. I mean, these people are out, like I said, they were out 1 o'clock in the morning practicing what looks to be some type of road thing where they're going to be scanning you and checking you and this stuff. I mean, seriously, I'm not making this up, okay? I wish I had videotape, but I couldn't, because they had that many security around. And this is on the road, on the highway, and it says, "Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when He cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you that He shall gird Himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forward and serve them." Okay, so there is going to be a reward, okay, for all the work that we put into this. Okay, there's going to be a great reward. Okay, the King Himself, okay, is going to give us that. Is going to honor us personally Himself. I mean, what else do you want? Okay, and it says, "And if He shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants." Meaning what? Hey, not because He finds you the first time watching, meaning that, okay, He's seeing me now and I'll go back and chill. No, we are constantly to endure it to the very end. That's what this is all about. And it says, "And this know that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through." And it says, "But ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye not think." So guess what? We have no clue when Yahweh HaMashiach will come. So that's the reason why we have to constantly always do the job. You have to have that same exact integrity that you would have with Esau. Because I can guarantee you, when you sit down in those interviews, okay, and you talk with Esau, what does Esau ask you? Why should we hire you? What do you see yourself in 5 years? Blah, 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 blah. And you sit down for 2-3 weeks practicing for this damn interview for a damn doggone devil, man. Okay, for a damn devil who's still going to be playing with you, still not going to hire you. Okay, so, you know, you put your hope into that, you prepare for it. Why would you not prepare, okay, and continue vigilantly to be in this truth and being a servant of Yahweh HaMashiach and watching and doing as he commanded, which is, you know, to feed His sheep. Okay, let's go into this is Isaiah. Okay, this is Isaiah 40:17. Salakia. This is Luke. This is Salakia. Let me go back again. Salakia. I accidentally deleted it here. So let me go back here. Give me one moment. Luke 12. And bringing it out. Okay, and this is Luke 12, verse 51. There are a bunch of buggies out here, and warning about scorpions and snakes and poisonous snakes and all that stuff out here. So, and it says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. So is HWY Mashiach coming out here to give peace? Absolutely not. Okay, so all this kumbaya, joining hands and all that stuff is a no-go. Okay? Do not join hands with your enemy who is a so-called white man, who is Esau, the Edomite, any of these other nations either. Okay? I mean, everybody want to be cool with you when you you know, like my landlord, you know, I rent their house, you know, and you know, paying them thousands a month for it. They, you know, oh, hey, come over for tea and all that stuff. It's like, no, man, this is just strictly business, okay? You're not my friend. If you're my friend, you will be charging me this kind of money, all right? So, no, it's just straight business. You know, I don't want to mingle with you, all right? You just want to smile with me because, I mean, I paid you, okay? But we're not friends. You're not my friend. I don't want to be your damn friend, okay? You ain't shit to me, okay? So that's just the way that is. You know, you got to keep it like that. It sounds cold, but that's just the way it is. This is how we have to be. Again, it says, for from henceforth there should be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. That means what? Hey, you and your family are not going to agree. You might come from a family of 5 or 6. Your parents may be crop on the crop list. Your brother and sister may be on the crop list, and you might be the only one that's actually going to get taken out of there, okay, and be redeemed from that entire household and given this truth, okay? So you're not going to be so you know, you can't think to yourself, oh man, I don't get along with my family. It's not supposed to be that way. It says, the father should be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway you say, there cometh a shower, and so it is, okay? Meaning what? Our people always have the ability to think that they can predict, okay? Because, why? You know, they know, obviously, when you see a cloud, that means rain is going to be coming. But now here's what it goes through. It says, and when you see the south wind blow, you know, you say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye concern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not concern the time? And what time is it that HWY Mashiach is talking about? He's talking about the time of the fact that there's great judgment and perils coming here. Okay? How many times do the prophets, elders, teachers of great millstone, likewise brothers, have to come and tell you jakes out here, look, and you jakes are you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, that look, this man is going to come with great pride. He's going to put you in his FEMA camp, okay? He's right now doing a whole lot of these simulation, okay? Working with FEMA and these other agencies, okay? DISA and all of that stuff, to where they would actually do a lot of these things here, which what? Is they're perfecting the ability to trap Jake and catch Jake. This is going to be a physical thing, okay? You're going to be physically dragged, you're going to be physically hurt, you're going to be shot at, you're going to be stabbed, you're going to be thrown in prison, you're going to be starved, you're going to be offered that doggone karagma, okay? And you're going to be showing those gallows where they're going to be doggone lopping off heads by the thousand, by the hour, okay? And this is no joke, okay? So you're not concerned about that, but you're concerned about the fact that you can go and get a college education, you might get a job, blah, blah, blah. And what we're seeing right now, all the jakes who's going, who had that pipe dream in America, but getting a job after that and borrow $90,000 or $100,000 from the bank to go to school, and find out what? You're still going to be doggone washing dishes, or if you're lucky, or not have anything at all. But you have that debt to pay though, and you can't get rid of that doggone debt, because why? That is a government subsidized loan, and they will jack your life up if you miss one payment. Okay? Let's go into, okay, and that's why I call them hypocrites. This is the book of Isaiah 40 and 17, and it says, okay, because we got to think about it this way. If you think everybody is actually part of this truth, or you think everybody's part of the salvation, then you'll have to understand that everybody's not part of the salvation. Okay, HWY Mashiach said it himself. He says, all nations before him are as nothing, and they account to him less than nothing and vanity. Okay, so he created them really, hey, because he can create them. And, you know, he is the power. Okay, but they're nothing. Only Israel matter. Okay, only us matter. So keep that in mind right there when you start to think you want to bring, you know, your friend Joe and Bobby and Mikey and Becky and all of those into this. It's not going to happen. Okay. And that's that 2/3 spirit right there, okay? They still want to join hand. I mean, hey, you can get part of this. Use my homie, you know, you different. No. They're all wicked and they're all our enemies, okay? So we don't want them to have any part of this, okay? HWY Mashiach said he doesn't want them to have any part of this. They were just created for just, well, because he can create them, okay? This is the book of Psalms 1, okay? It's on verse 4, okay? Now, as I'm talking out here like that, I get a lot of cars stopping by. I mean, they've never seen anything like this. Okay, so if I had somebody to point the camera around it, that you'll see these cars going right on this side here, and they just pausing and looking. Okay, and it says the ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly should not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Okay? And who's ungodly? Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. He's the ungodly. Okay? Because why? When you take a look at the LGBTQ, the abominable food that we eat, when you look at the you can't even turn on television or seeing two doggone dudes kissing or some bull crap, man. I mean, it's just, the place is just absolutely sick and absurdly wicked beyond belief. I mean, you wouldn't really, if you're a child of the 70s and 80s, you wouldn't believe, something like this would come to pass. Remember when Eddie Murphy Raw, when they would talk about homosexuals and gay guys and all that stuff, and everybody would laugh and all that stuff like that, because back in the day, they was in the closet, what they call it, in the closet. But now, that shit is in the open. In fact, if you actually go and you're a comedian, you actually even talk about that, you could lose your millions of dollars and your contract deals and all the other stuff like that, And so, this is where we are right now on this earth. This is the book of Joel, okay? This is the book of Joel, okay? And we're talking about the innocent blood of this man, what this man has shed here. This is Joel 19. This is Salakia, Joel 3, starting verse 19. It says, Egypt, and who's Egypt? Egypt is another name for America, the spiritual Egypt, okay? And Sodom, why? Well, we know this is the colorful coalition, LGBTQ, and also we are prisoners of war here in Egypt, and they also follow a lot of the different things in culture and after Egypt. Okay, you can see the pyramid on the dollar bill. You can go into Washington D.C. You can see the obelisk. You see all those things. Okay, and it says Egypt should be a desolation. Desolation is destruction. And Edom, okay, which is the kingdom of the Edomites, which is what they call the so-called white people, or they call the Caucasian, shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah. Okay, Judah, what they call the so-called Negroes. Okay. And the house of Judah consisting of Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. Judah is the head tribe, which is where Yahweh HaMashiach came from. Okay, so you notice now that we dark-skinned Negroes constantly getting the brunt of all the violence against the tribe of Israel. Okay, and it said because they have shed innocent blood in their land, hanging, lynching, what else? Shooting. I mean, you have the industrial slavery going prison system right now, which slavery is still going on, okay, in the form of prison system. So that Civil War was never about freeing slavery. What it was about these doggone cave beasts trying to consolidate what slavery should look like, which is like you can disguise it as a good thing by keeping it like a prison thing, because we're kind of getting the bad guys off the street. But at the same time, we have the slavery continuing on like that. Unlike in the South, where they was just putting you in the field and then whipping your back and all the other stuff like that. They say no, we have a better way of doing it. So that's all that was all about. Slavery was full-fledged in the north and in the south. It just looked a little bit different. Okay, so again, they lied to you about the history here with this country. All right, like about everything else. Okay, why? Because our people have been asleep, but now you're awake and you have men who are watchmen. We're gonna bring it out to you. Okay, we are going to tell you how it is. And Esau, we're gonna tell you to your damn face, you're a damn liar, a devil. Okay, and you're gonna get put to death by Yahweh Shai and Mashiach. All right. This is verse 20 says, but Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem for generations to generation. Okay. So Yahushua Mashiach said what? He's going to destroy Edom, the kingdom of Edom, which is the empire of the so-called white people. Okay, you so-called Caucasian. Okay, Esau, and he's going to preserve Judah, which is Israel. Okay, and that's just the way it's going to be. So that's a good thing right there. So let's go into the book of Genesis, because again, if you're in a kumbaya spirit, okay, and you say, okay, man, Bob, Brad, they're really cool, and we all been there. All right, we all had a Brad and a Bob and a Becky, who was cool, who would share their lunch with you, maybe even buy you a beer or whatever the case is like that. But understand this, they are a seed of wicked, they are part of that seed of wickedness, okay? And understand this, here's what Esau said about Jacob. Esau, okay, who's a so-called white man, who is the progenitor of, or the father of the Edomites, okay? And Jacob, which is Yasharallah, Israel, okay? Here's what he says he's gonna do, okay? He said, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So guess what? Yes, we are Esau's brother. Yes, the so-called white man and also the so-called black man. Okay, which consists of, you know, Jacob, Yasharal or Israel consists of so-called Negroes, Native American, and Latinos. Okay, yeah, Esau is our older brother. But guess what he said? He's going to kill you. Okay? So do you really want to trust a brother that said he's going to kill you? He has made a promise that he is going to kill Jacob. And he now has the technology, the ability, and has been practicing exactly how this is going to be executed. And killing doesn't necessarily mean he's just going to take a sword and just cut your head off or shoot you down. No, there's a whole other way. He's been killing us. He's been killing us through drugs, bringing the drugs in the community. Okay? He's been killing us through the food. Okay? The abominable food that we're not supposed to be. He's been killing us through what? Okay? Not knowing who our true power is by worshiping a doggone lassie, you know, who they call Jesus Christ. Okay? Worshiping these false gods, worshiping all these idols. He's also been killing us through how? How else he's been killing us? He's also been, you know, with his false philosophies, okay, and also the starvation and stuff like that. If you don't have a job and if you don't have any income, and you don't have any of that stuff like that, then what? You're gonna die, and that's how we've had a perpetual hatred has been put on us from Esau. So Esau is doing exactly what he said he would do, but in the end, he's gonna really come down really hard, okay, and just straight out just murder people, okay. So this is, we're going to go into Jeremiah here. This is Jeremiah 49, okay, starting verse 10. Okay, and it says, now, Esau can fool us. I've said it many times. We can see through Esau crap. Like, right now it's bright daylight out here in this kind of desert arid region. Here I can look on the ground, I can see pebbles, and I can see the ground. That's how we can see Esau's crap. He's amateur. He's simple. Okay, so when we talk like that, we're not even dealing with you doggone little low-level 9-to-5 Edomites out there, you know, trying to get your 401k and all that stuff. It's kings talking to kings. All right, basically that's what it comes down to. We're the good ones, and they're the wicked ones. We're talking you Bilderbergs, you Bilderbergs, you Rockefeller, all of y'all, and also you the doggone little spokesman Bill Gates too, who come out there with this bullshit. You know, I thought education meant you got to have degrees and all that stuff. Here's a guy with high school education, but he's now he is the prominent speaker for these doggone people. Crock of crap. That tells you people are confused in this damn place called Babylon, man. All right? And it says, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brother and his neighbors, and he is not. Okay? And it says, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup of surely drunken, and art thou he that all shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So you will drink of it. I've told either my boss before, you know, you cannot walk a week in my damn shoes. You cannot be me, okay? You would have jumped off a damn cliff or hang yourself or shot yourself in the damn head, okay? You cannot walk in my damn shoes. You will not, people cannot deal with the tribulation. In fact, somebody put a video up, I think it was Zan Ahmad, who put up a video with Tucker Carlson came out and they have some type of study or whatever the case like that, which is like laughable. I'm gonna do a video on that. And he was talking about, oh, there's a study that came out that says that black people, okay, they don't really come up and say Hebrew Israelite, okay, they say black people. So that means these Hamites, okay, these shit-eating monkeys over there, they're gonna think, because they're associated with black and African, they're gonna be thinking that it's talking about them too, or they're gonna try to, you know, piggyback on that, saying that we are superior in intelligence, intellect, physical, spiritually, and all this other blah blah. He went on with all this other stuff like that. Hey, that's great like that, but we don't really actually need the white man to actually tell us that. We already know that because the scripture tells us who we are. Yahushua Mashiach. Your opinion of us don't really matter. I don't really care if you think that we are better than you or we are more spiritual than you or more powerful than you physically. We already know that. So that word, that coming out of your mouth just like, yeah, whatever, man. That's just like a doggone child trying to freaking play hide and seek from you like that. It's like, I can see you, man. I don't even have to even look for you. All right? And it says, let's go here. This is verse 13. It says, this is still Jeremiah 49. This is verse 13. It says, for I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh Shemai Ashai, that Bosra, you know, Bosra is another name for America, Edom, okay, shall become a desolation. See? Constant destruction. So why trust in a kingdom that's going to be destroyed? A reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. So this place is going to be destroyed. Okay, Phoenix, okay, Tucson, Boston, Los Angeles, it doesn't matter. And it says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh HWY, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. So all these people, all these dogs, all these doggone cave beasts are gonna get up and start fighting. All these other nations are gonna get up and lay paws on this damn place, man. This place is wicked. This place has destroyed everything on earth. Everywhere the doggone so-called white man step is just nothing but destruction and wickedness. He brings this disease everywhere. Because why? He is a disease. All right? And it says, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and thy pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock. See, cave beast. Okay? We've said it over and over, this man is a Neanderthal. Okay? You think those Geico commercials were like to be funny? No, he was telling everybody who they really are. That's why he says, you know, this is so easy and so simple that even a caveman can do it. Why? And who's doing all of these wonderful, great things on earth? The so-called white man. And that's why he's telling everybody he's a damn caveman, okay? He's going about doing it, okay? Because, you know, that's who he is, okay? A Sasquatch. And it says that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make it the nest as high as the eagle, because this man like is very curious about space, okay? His symbol of power is the eagle, okay? He likes to watch and observe. This is the reason why this Quran is going to come out. Why? Because he wants to continue to watch and observe. Okay? And it says, I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord Yahweh HWY. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Why? People will not be able to believe that there's starvation and famine can come into the United States. People will not believe that people can turn very savage against each other. You go in the grocery store and it's very obvious. I know of about 200 items right now that I used to buy just the last 2 or 3 years ago that I don't see anymore, because it's a specific kind of food that I like to eat, and I don't see it anymore. I say, well, where is it? And we know the factories are not making these anymore, because why? It's gradually, the stores of food is going away. And right now they're actually pushing more food out there to try to make it look as if that's not happening, because what a lot of people do, if they don't see a scarcity of something like that, they tend to eat more, so there's no storage of food or anything for the days when there's going to be a type of famine. Okay, they're not thinking about that, because why? All they can see is a stocked up meat or shelf. Okay, not understanding that's intentionally being done. So when it's all gone, all inventory is gone, that's it. All right. Next, you're going to be lining up and have to go deal with another mandate again in order for you to go and get some food. And it says, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, we know those two wicked cities, and the neighboring cities thereof, said the Lord Yahweh HWY, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So this place is going to be destroyed to the point of uninhabitable. You think Mars was uninhabitable? Wait till this place is destroyed. It's going to be uninhabitable. Okay, and nobody can believe that. That's a concept you cannot believe. When you look around and you see the mountains, and you look at the highways, and you look at all the buildings, you pass these cities, and you look at the infrastructure of Great Babylon, America. I mean, that's a hard thing to fathom if you're not in the spirit. That is a very difficult thing to fathom. So the unbelievers will never ever believe it, because they don't actually want it to happen. Why would you want, you know, your God, lowercase, your king, okay, who we like to call queens, okay, is going to be destroyed? You don't want that. You don't want to get away from this wickedness like that and come into the world of order. Okay, that's the new world order. Okay, a world of order, righteousness, integrity. All right, so this is a great thing that's going to be coming out. Okay, Basra has been called out. Okay, Sodom, Egypt, known as Great Babylon, America, has been called out. Okay, and it's going to be destroyed. This is the book of Amos. This is the book of Amos 9, 7 verse 8, and it says, "Behold, the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom." Which sinful kingdom? Well, I'm standing right there on the ground in the sinful doggone kingdom. It's called America. All right, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. See, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord Yahweh HWY. So that's the comfort that we have, is that we will not utterly be destroyed. 2/3 of our people are going to suffer with the enemy, but there's 1/3 that's going to make it true. Lord willing, I'm one of those, and you brothers and sisters out there who are watching and tuning in faithfully, okay, a part of that too, okay. And it says, "For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like us a corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth." Okay, so right now there's a great sifting that's going on right now. You're seeing more death of these wicked jakes. You're seeing a lot more of your fake, you know, slothful, you know, brothers, they're being judged, they're being put out, you know. They're being put out. They're being called out and they're being put out. Okay? This is not for you. All right? This is not for you. You're weak. All right? Especially if you knew about this for years, and you get brothers here who only knew this, been in this truth for like 2 years, and have already done hundreds of videos or thousands on the street every day, doing videos, and you can't even do the 3 that the elder talk about. Okay? There's a whole lot of brothers here that will take your place. For those brothers out there that are playing around, all right? There's a whole lot of brothers that will take your place out here. And it says, for lo, I will command, Salaki, and it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake or nor prevent us. Okay? Hey, these pastors are teaching foolishness. They take your money and they teach foolishness. They're going to get judged. Okay? And when they get judged, then their congregation is going to look and go, oh, wow, okay, wow, okay. Pastor so-and-so and Mr. Pastor Porkchop got judged. All right? And under these other wicked camps too, okay? Sakari, IUIC, ISUPK, all the other camps are there, okay? That has your hand out here getting Esau a little FRN, no, okay? That ain't gonna save you, okay? And it says, in that day will I rise up the tabernacles of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old. So the house of David is being built right now. Now, none of us know exactly who we were back in the day, okay? And we shouldn't really be pondering on that. What we should be pondering on is actually getting this work done today in the modern time, okay, with the modern technology that we have, okay, with our government that we have right now, okay, sackcloth, and get out here and actually do what HWY told us to do and exactly how it's supposed to be done, all right? And it says, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathens which are called by my name, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, do it this, okay? So whoever survived the nuclear war, okay, all the pestilence, famine, and sword, guess what? Congratulations, you get to go into slavery first. And from you will breed millions and billions of other slaves. And over a 1,000-year period, since there's going to be no more war, we are going to have so much doggone slaves, it's going to be mind-boggling, okay? Because there's not going to be any more war, so all you people are going to do is this. You're going to work, and then you're going to screw and produce more slaves, okay? Work, screw, more slaves. That cycle goes over and over and over until that 1,000 years is up. Okay, for 16 of you nations, but that one nation, Edom, you're going to be rounded up, okay, billions of you probably by then, and you're going to be destroyed, plain and simple. And a lot of you Edomites are actually going to look like niggas, because guess what? It ain't about your damn skin color, it's about the father. The trace goes down to the narrative from your father, okay, the seed of your father. So you're going to have Edomites who are going to look like Arab, just like how Israel looks like all the other nations. These Edomites going to look like all these other nations too. Chocolate Edomites, Asian Edomites, okay, all that crap. All right, so we gonna have a multiple colorful looking slaves in the kingdom, billions of them. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, continuing here, and this is going into the book of Isaiah. Okay, so you 2/3 are gonna go. You 2/3 are gonna die along with these heathen nations, and the rest of the heathen nations that actually survive all of the judgments going to come upon this earth. You get the #1 prize. You get to be the first set of slaves. Okay, now what do we know about slavery? But the first set of slaves is you're gonna have like your time is gonna be really hard, because you're gonna actually not only be the slave, you're gonna have to build the tools. That's the reason why you're gonna be turning these weapons into plowshares and all those things like that. So you're gonna be working to build the tools to go be slaves. Okay, that's precious. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, this is the book of Isaiah. I'm gonna close out here. This is the book of Isaiah 14, verse 1. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh Shemashai will have mercy on Jacob." Who's Jacob? Jacob is Israel, the 12 tribe of Israel, so-called blacks, Native American, Latinos, and speckled birds out there that look like the other nations. You are part of Israel, okay? You are Jacob. And it says, "And will yet choose Israel and set him in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Okay? And it says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Let me tell you something here. We were oppressed and we were captives of all these nations out here. I don't care who it is. It could be the Arabs, it could be the Indians, it could be the East Indians, it could be the Chinese or whatever, Japanese. We were captives of all of them. Guess what? They're all gonna go and they're all gonna be captives for us, okay? And they're gonna be servants. And it says, "And I shall come." And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai shall give rest, de-rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. And we've been made to serve multiple slavery under multiple kingdoms. Okay, so Jake's spirit is pretty much done. We are done. Okay, but this tells you, this gives you an idea how wicked we were to the point of where our power kept putting us in slavery, punishing us, because we are hard-headed and stubborn. We don't repent. We don't learn. Even to this day, when you look around, you can see Jake them, walk around with shit in their pants and just bug the hell out and just possessed with the demons. Okay, there's no repentance, man. Okay, even the other Jakes that see that, like, I don't want to be like that, but yesterday you're not trying to do anything so that Yahweh Shemeshai don't curse you into becoming like that. All right, and it says, the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continued stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and non-hindered. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. So, man, when Esau is put down, when all these nations are come their head clear, and they've realized that this man has tricked them. Okay, that billions of their damn people are starving. Okay, you see the food shortages in Iran and all these other countries going on. Okay, who's that? They all gonna start to realize who really is the damn wicked. Okay. So their prince, their prince charming in white armor is going to be their doggone demise. Okay, so they're going to be rejoiced when they see the destruction of this man. Okay, yeah, okay. Babylon is, Babylon give them a little something right now, but it's also been a heavy judgment on them because Yahweh Shemeshai has used Esau, okay, to judge this earth, okay, in utter wickedness, to judge this earth. Destroy these people's lives and stuff like that, okay? But Esau himself he's gonna come to a great demise, okay, at the hands of Yahweh Shemeshai. So the earth is going to rejoice, even though they're going to be in captivity and in slavery. They are going to rejoice. This is verse 10, and it says, all they speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we, art thou become like unto us. So you see right now America is fallen. You see right now people looking and going, man, this place really can't really support any doggone thing. And we're going to see that manifest very soon right now. Okay, these countries are arming themselves to the T, right? Because they're getting ready to fight. They're not, hey, they're not like, hey, man, look, we're gonna just listen to you and not pressure you. They say, like, you're not the great powerful bitch that you were before. And it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground? Which didst weaken the nations with all these doggone what? Okay, embargoes. Okay. These wars, okay, all these coups that they would bring out, okay, all of these things that they would use, because why? They have the ability. The United States economy is greater than all the other rest of the world's economy combined together. The same thing with their doggone military. All right, when you actually look at the statistics, the amount of aircraft carrier they carry, I think they have like 16 aircraft carrier. All the rest of the earth together only have like about 10. Okay. The same thing with aircrafts and all the other stuff like that. So this tells you that this nation is the ultimate greatest queendom ever erected. Okay, and it's designed that way because why? When Yahushua returns and he puts it down, okay, this is going to be one that's going to be one for the history book, and everybody's going to remember how Yahushua and Mashiach came and put this damn devil down, who everyone thought could not be defeated. And Esau controls this entire earth. Okay, every nation bows to this man. This is verse 21, to close out, and it says, I like this. And the reason why this is one of my favorite scriptures when anyone brings this out, whether I'm bringing it out or whether somebody else is bringing it out, is because why? It says, this is verse 20, it says, prepare slaughter for its children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities, okay? All you Edomites today, okay, you so-called white people, all you Edomites today, you so-called white people, guess what? You are your fathers. They're no different than we are our fathers, okay? We gotta pay for all our sins, okay? We gotta pay for all our sins, so you have to pay for all your sins. So guess what it says here? It says, prepare slaughter for the children for the iniquity of their fathers, okay? So all of you Edomites today, you are here to be judged. You are here to be judged for your wickedness, okay? You are here to be judged for your rapes, your murders, okay? And your oppression of the children of Israel, okay? The chosen people of Yahweh HaMashiach, okay? So Lord willing, you edified here. I wanted to get this camp out today while I was I'm driving to my destination here, so I still got a couple more things to do, you know, road trips and stuff like that before I settle in like that. But, you know, work has to go on like that. So I'd like to close out by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, HWY Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Also to you brothers that are putting on the truth faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And also you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom.